Hello friends, and welcome back to the online lecture series of CNC machines and automation. We are discussing the programming related to the different operations of the CNC machine, correct? So topic for today's discussion is the tool nose radius compensation. What happens if your tool is having a diameter 10 mm or 20 mm? Then how you compensate that radius with your program. Then the next is tool length compensation. The tool length is, let's say, means whenever you're having two tools with different lengths, correct, how you compensate while writing the program here. So these two things along with the turning operation, program for a simple turning operation will be discussed in this lecture, correct. So we are starting from the tool nose radius compensation. So what happens to the tool nose radius compensation? The tool, every tool is having a different radius. Let's say if I talk about one is drilling and one is milling tool, both are having two different uh, uh, nose radius. Clear? If you are using them, you have to compensate, you have to adapt to those things so that your job should not get non-conformities. Clear? So for example, if I would say this is the you are using the compensation here, unless tool nose radius compensation is performed, the tool, if the tool nose radius compensation is used, see the difference. Clear? You write the program according to the center of the tool. Clear? You write the program according to the center of the tool. But if you perform the same program over here, the center would be here, the tool center would be here, and it would pass throughout your job. So it would damage your job, it will make it wrong. But if you are using the tool nose radius compensation, you will perform like this, correct. Your only tool surface will be in contact with your job. Clear? Otherwise the center of your tool will be coinciding with the tool path, correct. But in this case the center of the tool path is somewhere else, but the surface to be machined is somewhere else. So in that case you are using the tool nose radius compensation. It is already entered into the program, into the machine whenever you enter the tool inside there, correct. Then the next, see here in this case, again the two different cases are there. If you are using this one, this path is moved if the tool compensation with radius, correct. If the tool compensation, it will move throughout the surface of your job. If you are not using the compensation, it will move just above your surface. So depending upon the tool nose radius, the path of the machine will automatically get changed to the surface of machining job here. So if you are not using it, it will somewhere, it will create extra cut, or somewhere it will create the less cut onto the job. So if you are using the tool nose radius compensation, it will follow the path throughout the job according to its diameter. Clear? That is the benefit of the tool nose radius compensation. But the tool nose radius compensations are of two types. Clear? If you are using, if you are, let's see in this example, if you are using this tool onto the exact surface, this is the surface of your job here, and this is the tool movement. If they are both on the same, it will be used as a G40, means tool nose radius mode cancel. If you are using the G41, it is a tool nose radius compensation left mode. This is your job, correct. The dark arrow is your job surface, and this dotted one is your tool surface, tool move, tool path, correct. So if it is to the left of the job, that will be called as a G41, tool nose radius compensation left, and if it is on the right side, the tool nose radius compensation right, and it is termed as a G42. For example, see in here, this is the actual path, this is a programmed path you are moving, the black in color, clear, and this red one is your outside, it's a G41. Why? It is to the left, because your job movement is in this direction, your tool movement is in this direction. So if you are moving to the left of the job, correct, then it's your G41. If you are moving to the right of the job, that will be called G42, or the tool nose radius compensation to the right. Clear? So here in this case, you can see the path is in dotted and the workpiece in solid. So if you are moving to the right side in here, so that will be your left one, correct. On this side it is your left one, everywhere it is your left one. So it's a G41. So tool nose radius compensation 41. See in this. This is your workpiece, you are moving in this direction towards your left. If your tool is on the left side of the workpiece, then G41. If it is on the right side on the workpiece, that is G42. Yeah. So see, there are the different cases in which the tool nose radius left or right is to be discussed. Clear? You can have the practices onto it. It says the external tool motion or internal tool motion. So that will be depending upon, it is a very complicated thing because you need to check out whether the tool is moving inside or outside. Secondly, whether the tool is moving on which side of the surface of the job. If it is on the left side it is moving, then G41. If it is on the right side, G42. Clear? Similarly, up and down motion also. Clear? Now next is tool length compensation. It's very important again, because let's say if your tool, you would say the drilling tool of your 50 mm length and your boring tool is 70 mm length, correct? So in that case your tool length compensation would be varied. Wherever you want this much size of cut, it will be coming this size. It will be little enlarged, or this one size. Clear? So depending upon the length of your tool, your job will be damaged, correct? So we need to compensate every time the tool length. So if your drilling tool is bigger or the boring tool is bigger, you need to measure it and you have to put the offset in the machine. Clear? So otherwise the machine would consider the pinpoint of every job as a 0, 0. Clear? Fine. So now if you are entering any data about the tool, you need to mention the tool length and the tool nose radius compensation value over there. Clear? So these are the two things. Fine. Now the next is your program for the turning operation. You can see there's an image for the a simple turning. There's a component which is having length 20 plus 15 plus 15 and the diameter is given along with it. So we'll start the program as we discussed in the previous G90. We need to tell it that it is absolute value, absolute coordinate system. Then there's a G71. G71 stands for the metric dimension. G94, it is your feed rate mm per minute. Then M03 stands for your spindle start in clockwise direction with your speed Fs 1000 rpm, and F is 50, which is feed, which is 50 mm per minute. T1 stands for your tool number 1, and D1 stands for your workpiece coordinate system has been initiated. Clear? When it is initiated, this point will be considered as your 0, 0 because your job is of this much size. In the last class we discussed about the machine coordinate and the work coordinate system, so that is the same over here. So firstly, I need to reduce the diameter 20 to 14 and then 14 to 10. So firstly I need to take it not having the bigger depth of cut, so I will take it as an 18. So whenever I am positioning my tool, I will position it G0, X18 and Z1, because this direction, the horizontal direction, is my Z direction and vertical direction is my X direction. How it has been discussed, how it has been horizontal and vertical, you can see the axis identification video over there. Clear? And then you can find it out, is it which direction it is, Z and X. Clear? Because we are doing it in a CNC lathe machine. Clear? So after that, if you started with GX18, so I need 14 diameter. Firstly I 22, I fall it to the 18. So I kept the diameter over here 18. Then Z is minus 30. Sorry, Z1. Then I'll G01. I'll use the G01, which is the cutting operation. Initially I would be standing at this position. When I said G01, G01 stands for linear interpolation. Correct? When it is linear interpolation, I will move linearly from this location to this location up to the diameter is 18. Clear? When I reached here on this location, correct? When I reached here on this location, I would take my tool back to this direction, okay, from here to this, because if I can't move this similarly on the same line. Fine. Then I move this tool from this location to here and then take it down there. Fine. So in that case, I would say G00, X20 and Z1. From this location to X20, where it is X20, this is X20. So I would reach to X20 and Z1. Z1 would be here. Then I came down. Then after cutting the up to 18, then I move this location, move this tool from this point, correct, to X20 up to here and Z1 to this location. Then I locate it to this point over here. Fine. This point is to be located in here, like G00, X14, because final diameter is 14. I kept it to the 14 diameter to here and Z1 onto the same location here. Then the next one is G01, X14, Z minus 30. So I'll take the complete Z over here. Z minus 30. Why 30? Because 15 plus 15, and it is towards the tool towards the job, that's why it is minus 30. So that is coming up to here. Then the next is again the location, because here is the linear interpolation is done, cutting is done. So I'll next point is to locate it. Fine. So location to here, G00X28Z1, taking the tool safely back to this location. Then again positioning it Z0X10Z1 back to this location, because final diameter is 10. So I kept it over here. Then G01X10 and Z minus 15 up to here. Simple cutting up to this point location. Then taking the tool back to the home, the location to the machine home. So G0, X0, Z0 and D0, which is the D0 stands for your machine coordinate system, and M30. Fine. So this is a very simple turning operation which you can do at home. It's very simple. Manually you can do it. Then the next is for your practices kind of. You can see this is your simple program in which I have included one more operation, which is the taper turning. So you can practice this over here, and you can write this program in the comment box. I'll check it and I'll give you the your feedback. So this is all for today. Please subscribe this channel and share this video and like the video. If you have any question, write it in the comment box. Thank you and take care.